What's up, y'all? It's Marcellus Wiley, that dude. Let's talk about what y'all talking about, which is Skip Bayless taking issue with Scottie Scheffler over what the true meaning of life is. What? We're going to take a little journey through what faith and family and even what sports mean to a person, how gold can all of a sudden turn into fool's gold in terms of what the meaning of life is. Yeah, this is going to be interesting because it reprioritizes what you see this world as. I'm looking forward to this one, taking a deep dive. Before we do all that, make sure you guys support this channel, like and subscribe. Make sure you support the kids in the community. Go to projecttransition.org, log on. There it is right there. And leave your email. Or you can leave a donation and become a gym member like Ty Mosley. He also received this book sent to his doorstep as a thanks to what he's doing in terms of the impact and resources for the kids in the community. Make sure I can read your name as well. Now, Scottie Scheffler, man, let's talk about life. Let's talk about what it really means. Let's go.
I've worked since I was 2 or 3 years old to have a chance to play professional golf for a living. And now I've been able to win tournaments that I just dreamed of playing in, and it's an amazing feeling, and I'm so grateful to be able to live out my dreams. But like I said, my faith in my family is what's most important to me, and I try to live as normal a life as possible because I feel like a normal guy. I have the same friends I had growing up. I don't think that I'm anything special just because some weeks I'm better at shooting a lower score than other guys are. I've worked since I've
Target brother. Okay, man, how could you twist that? How could you take that any different? The man said what he said. He's a living example of greatness through his sport, through his occupation, but also through his dedication to things that are most important, faith and family. All right, so how can you take issue with that? Well, obviously Skip Bayless did. I already told you about that. But before we even get into that, he talked about how he dreamt of these moments, and now they're a reality. And I always tell my friends when we talk about life, like on a deeper level, when we put our guards down and get vulnerable, that one of the superpowers in this world is making your dreams a reality. Like seriously, because it takes so much. Think about the ingredients of making anything reality that you used to just think about, wonder about, dream about. Like to make that journey, that road, oh my God, ups and downs, roller coasters, stock market, but it finally finds its way to that apex. So I know I felt that same way. And there are times when you doubt yourself. There are times when you don't think it's going to happen. There are times you think it's going to happen. There's so many moments you hold your breath, you come up for air, and finally you realize you are there. That's amazing, right? And those ingredients are faith and family, support, right? It is a belief in yourself, a belief in something bigger than you, all of those things, right? But belief in something greater than your condition. Well, let's listen to Skip Bayless talk about kind of the same role, but from a different perspective.
You might say, I took on the persona of a cold-blooded media killer driven to achieve at all costs while honoring God and giving, or as we say, tithing to my church, supporting other great causes. As I have over the years, I have been blessed. I do give back. But my obsession cost me my first marriage, and there have been times, many times, I've wondered if Ernestine would keep putting up with me. I mean, it feels to her like I watch just about every game ever played. Thankfully, she does hang in with me. She is everything to me. She's my rock. She's my constant companion. She's my best friend. But then again, on our first date way back in 2005, I told her if this relationship goes anywhere, and I knew from the start it would, that she would always be number 2 to my career. I told her that. I declared myself.
He said he declared himself like it's the draft. I love it. Well, he mentioned the word obsession in there, which already kind of takes you a little bit off the path of what we were going with Scottie Scheffler, right? There's two sides of the coin. So look, let's talk about it because he's going to make some great points going forward. But that obsession to talk to your future wife and tell her like, look, there's a limit to where you're going, right? But there's no limit to where I will go in terms of this obsession I have with being Skip Bayless, the persona, he said. Well, this is exactly the formula and ingredients of how you get lost in the sauce. Now, a lot of people, a lot of players, a lot of times we all get lost in the sauce, right? You get lost in the success of it. You want to dream about something that becomes reality, and then you're in it for not exactly the reasons or the best reasons for you to be in that position, right? It doesn't amplify you. It doesn't optimize you. But hey, it'll give you what you wanted, but not all what you need. Let's listen to it.
From night one, She likes to say she fought her way all the way up to 1A in my life.
God dang.
I'll give you that, Ernestine. I have no idea if Tiger or Jordan or Tom Brady have a spiritual side because I've never heard them talk about God, not that I can remember. All three were just obsessed with winning. They couldn't wait to win again and again and again until their bodies finally just gave out because each of these three believed they were born to dominate. Nothing made them happier than dominating. So it was that I was jolted and jarred by what Scottie Scheffler said on the eve of the British Open. No, Scottie, no. God gave you spectacular ability to play the world's hardest game, gave you the strongest competitive drive since Tiger, gave you what Jack Nicklaus had, what Ben Hogan had, and you can't just shrug it off at age 29 and focus on, as you said, being a better father than a golfer. You can't do that, Scottie. No, God wants you to maximize the platform from which you can honor him and encourage fans to open their hearts to him, to God. That's what God has led or called you to do, Scottie, not to focus on your wife and infant son before you're 30. Golf is just too hard. The line is just too fine between dominating and missing.
Yeah, missing the point of life. Anybody out there listening knows that this is true. How they always say you shouldn't date your fantasy because the reality won't live up to the dream. And I don't always agree with that because there are moments in the reality that makes you say, wow, I didn't even dream of this. This is even better than I thought, right? But there are also moments that remind you, oh, it's still reality. You know, more money, more problems, whatever it may be. You thought that success would fix your issues. And then you start to realize no matter what's going on around you, that there's something inside of you that's not being fed by those things around you. Whether it's the beautiful women or whether it's all the money, whether it's all your homeboys are always pumped to see you. Like you just living on cloud 9 and you just feel like there's a 10 out there, right? And I remember all of these moments, the highs and lows, and I speak from that perspective, and I hope it comes across. Like, I am always going to be the one who's going to poke at himself first and then just see other things out there that try to glue us together, bring us back together. I'm all about including everybody, and everybody chips in to their level. So what I heard from Skip Bayless is a difference. Check out this word, the word service, right? And he was talking about God and how he gives back and he tithes and he does his service, right? But a lot of times it gets warped, right? It gets misaligned, service into just what serves us. Yeah, I paused on purpose. Service versus what serves us. Because you can get there and all of a sudden what happens? Your feet start getting off the ground. You start getting a little higher on yourself. You get a little high on that hog, as they say. You're high on that horse, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, you're starting to feel yourself. And what happens is you start to actually change the paradigm. You start to actually look at life way different than it's supposed to be looked at. Now, when we talk about life, faith, family, all that, football, go ahead. Faith and family. Why is that so important? Because the faith, think about this, how this all comes back together, right? Whatever you believe in, whatever that is, God, Jesus, Allah, I'm not that person to tell you this. I'm the one that says whatever you believe in is ultimately going to tell you to believe in it, and it is in you. So ultimately, your belief in it is a belief in yourself. That's why a lot of times I look at the world, I say these holy books, all this stuff is just about us and what's in us, the God in us, the greatness in us. So everything you want out there is already in here. You just got to believe in it. Oh, believe in God. No. Believe in the God in you. All right? So worship that. Yeah, no. Start to believe and start to give yourself power, right? Give yourself the glory as you give it to God, because God will give it right back to you because you guys are the same. All right, not to get that deep, but service and serve us. So when it stops having that connection, when it stops being 360, when it stops being that loop, and it all of a sudden becomes just about you, I'm not going to serve it. I'm going to serve us. You know what happens. You get to a point where you're obsessed. You get to a point where, look at it, the guys he named, Jordan, Tiger, Tom Brady, no slight, but look at their, not their faith, because we don't know what their faith is, the family. Look how it eats up a family when your obsession or your domination, as Skip Bayless says it, he's on his second marriage and he told her on the first date that, you know what I mean? So what Scottie Scheffler is saying is, I don't give a damn if I shoot lower than you every Sunday. I mean, that's great. That's what I'm working for, but that's not going to feed me, right? I'm in service to my faith and my family because that feeds me. That's what I really need, not just what I want. And then when you get there and you become like Skip Bayless or others and you just do stuff that serves us, you know what happens. So the glory, it's just fleeting. Like it comes and it goes, right? It just, no matter who you are, you got to retire. No matter who you are, you got to say it's over. No matter who you are, you're going to get hired and fired. It's just the way it goes. So to maximize your platform, I don't think that God... Platform. What is platform to God? Platform to faith. What is platform to faith? Yes, obviously amplify your message, but you can do that in your own circles, right? You could do that. That's why one loaf could feed the whole village. Like you don't need all of that to do all of that. You actually need whatever you got to do whatever you want, right? So do what you need to do, and then you can do what you want to do. And what you need to do is keep these families together. Good Lord. I don't really think that it's about platform. And I certainly know it's not about you're 30 years old. What are you doing? Right? Like, let's just think about it. The universe, the higher powers are like, oh, he's turning 30. Time's up. No. I think those powers are so grand. Remember, those powers, Tom Brady, LeBron right now, those powers, however they say it, it's a deep belief that comes back to them in themselves that looks at the age of 30 like, stop playing with me, right? And in my life, those moments were, oh, you born here, you from here? I was like, stop playing with me. I don't care where I'm from. I don't care what happened to you. I don't. And I'm saying this in priority of what I want. My belief is stronger than all those obstacles and adversities, all those issues, all those naysayers. That's why I don't get caught up in all these conversations with the race and, oh, man, they're doing this to me. Nobody got power over me. Nope. No matter what that means. I don't get that job. That don't mean you got power over me. You just didn't hire me. It's okay. There are other people out there hiring. All right. Oh, you didn't get what you wanted. So what? Maybe I didn't want that or need that, more importantly. You never know how this goes. So don't let these obstacles, your age, what we just heard there, your obsession, like some very choice words, domination. Don't let those things get you off course, because what's going to happen is you're going to get where you want. You're going to get to that reality you used to dream of, and then you're not going to be fed properly. That's all I'm saying. And I'm glad Scottie Scheffler is using his platform and using his life of service to his faith and family to actually amplify that. So, yeah, that was amazing. So now, beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about it all. I don't try to get religified on here because I have been to so many different forms of worship, right? I went to a Catholic school. I ain't Catholic. They recruited me, though. So, you know what I mean? Like, I've been everywhere, right? So I don't want to go there in terms of how you got to worship God or worship something, a higher power. But I do know that higher power is in here, right here, all in you. All right, so now, beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. And now, you know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But before we flow, boy, we check in on your blood flow, boy. And look at this. Vignia right here. You guys know what Vignia is? Well, I take it every single morning and every single afternoon. It's the twice time chews right there because it helps me stay sharp, helps me feel good, and it keeps this big old engine I got running and running smooth. So I rock with Vignia all the time. It's a superfood made from red grape cells. Look, you could tell I grew up in the Crip neighborhood. Red grape cells, can't even say red, that boosts your blood flow by opening up your arteries. Listen to this. More oxygen means more nutrients, which means more energy for all you do all day and day for that grind. So we're talking 70% better artery dilation in just a few days. So it's heart health, brain power, and all day energy all in one. So you can stop running on E. And it fuels your body properly. get Vignia and keep balling in your life. And I'm telling you for real, all that, I need my Starbucks, my drinks, everybody got this, and this Celsius, and this and that. Vignia gets all of what you need from those two chews. The energy you need, and I'm telling you, you know how I stay hype all day, every day. I wake up after 4 or 5 hours sleep. You know, I can't sleep much longer than that. I mean, mentally clear, clarity. I don't need time. I don't need anything else but my twice daily chews from Vignia, and I'm ready to go. So try it out. Check the link in my description, right? Vignia, that's what it is, Vignia. Now, you know what we do on this show, boy. Skip Bayless, you better duck. We flow, boy.
Why do you go out and work for him?
Because I love him.
Skip.
That's why. Can you understand that?
Can Skip understand that? Yeah, he's saying like Scottie on the mic, saying faith and fam first. Skip Bayless cutting in like, that's some damn curse. Forget church pews, boy. Get back on that green. Be a golf machine. Chase majors. Stack that bling. But Skip sound lost. GPS froze, thinking life's a scoreboard, a pair of new clothes. Scottie like, nah, bro, I ain't selling my soul. Golf ain't my God, it's just part of my role. So Skip's got tunnel vision, only seeing the win, while Scottie's counting blessings that come from within. Ain't no trophy worth more than a baby's first laugh. Your wife squeezing your hand while life's on the path. Dominating. Yeah, Skip, that's real, but Scottie's on a Sunday walk, chasing peace you can feel. Back nines over the lights that go black. Faith and fam is the gold you can actually stack. So Skip, let that man live. Stop swinging in the dark. Life ain't just eagles, birdies, and pars on the cart. Nah, Scottie's hitting greens in the game that matters most, while you just shot hot takes from undisputed posts. Man, I'm just telling y'all the real. It's something deeper. It's like what you can feel, man. It goes greater than skill. Yeah, greater than any ill. It's your will. Like, people always want to tell you to chill and like they got the cards, huh? Oh yeah, you gonna deal? Yeah, all right. I know how hard this can get. This is the stuff that I want, and it's the stuff that I am grit of, I'm made of. Come on, man. You know how it is. When you got your wife, your kids, handling your biz, it's all good. But they say it's not. Oh yeah, you the one that determines what is hot, So I'm supposed to love you and swarm into everything you do because it gives me a platform. Come on now. I heard them lies before. Yeah, it puts me to sleep. Always makes me snore. It makes me feel bored. Makes me feel like a day of my boy Niall B in that white Honda Accord. Oh man, we used to scoot on the block. I saw y'all. What were we doing? Hitting the right on Crenshaw? Yeah. Let me stop playing with y'all. I love it too much. I love it too much. Become a gym member with Project Transition. As a giver every month, small gifts have a big impact in creating real change. Not only will you transform lives, you'll also win and unlock once-in-a-lifetime experiences. Join me, Marcellus Wiley, in making a real impact through Project Transition, a global giving community dedicated to uplifting underserved youth with mentorship, education, and access to real opportunities. Your donation doesn't just enter you to win unforgettable prizes and exclusive experiences with myself and other gym members. It fuels our mission to empower the next generation of leaders, dreamers, and game changers. From after-school programs, life skills camps, and career development, every dollar helps unlock potential where it's needed most, and where every person makes a world of difference. Give back, win big, be the difference, be greater than your greatest excuse. Support Project Transition today. Become a gym member and help turn obstacles into opportunities. All right, y'all, let me put you on to something that's part of my daily routine now. Vignia, not a powder, not a pill. It's the twice daily chews, and yeah, they taste good too. I used to force down beet juice before games just to get my blood flow going. Hated the taste, hated the mess. Vignia, way better benefits, way better experience. This is a real blood flow product, clinically proven to dilate your arteries and help your blood flow naturally produce nitric oxide. Vignia actually retrains your cells to unlock more of it the way your body's supposed to. Bruh, that's pie seed resveratrol at work. Consistent, efficient, powerful. Whether I'm in the studio, running around with my itty bitties, or battling on a pickleball court, I want to stay sharp and in rhythm. Vignia helps me get there. It's plant-based. No stimulants, no crash, no jitters, no banned substances, no junk. It's Informed Sports certified. Just something that actually delivers. So if you're trying to show up every day at your best, skip the beet juice. Go with Vignia. Blood flow energy that shows up for you. Link in description, vignia.com/Marcellus. Discount code Marcellus10 for a 10% discount. Wow. This is Marcellus Wiley with an urgent message for anyone struggling with over $10,000 in credit card debt. Here's what you need to do right now. Visit pt.monitordebt.com. They've helped thousands reduce what they owe by dealing directly with creditors, cutting balances by 30, 40, even 50%. This isn't a loan. This is a proven debt settlement program where you make affordable monthly deposits while they do the heavy lifting. Many clients become debt-free in 24 to 48 months. Don't wait another day drowning in interest. Call 866-204-0071 or visit pt.monitordebt.com. Your financial freedom is waiting. It's just one phone call away. It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come. Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I believe the verse.
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so